Good morning, children. I hope you have finished reading with the first lesson. Every day, try to spend some time in reading and understanding the concept. In today's class, we are going to start with the new lesson, motion. We are going to deal with the following topics: rest and motion, types of motion, distance and displacement, speed, velocity, and acceleration. Now you can see on your screen the two sets of pictures. Is it possible for you to get any similarities or differences between the two sets of pictures? I have displayed with the top two pictures and bottom two pictures. Is it possible for you to get any similarities or differences? I hope you would have got the answer. If not, we'll try to get the answers now. Now you're in the lockdown period where you cannot go out as well as you cannot ride your cycle. What is the condition of your bicycle? It may be parked in front of your house, as you see on the screen. For this time, since the cycle is parked, that is, it remains the same place until it is getting disturbed. So the cycle is at rest. The next picture, you can see the golf ball is placed in its position. Unless it is hit by a person with stick, the ball will remain in the same position. So the objects which are in the same position with respect to time, then the object is said to be at rest. The second two pictures after lockdown, when the government announces the relaxation, you can see on the road, the vehicles are being operated. So you can see the second set of pictures. Cars are moving on the road at a particular time. After some time, you cannot see the cars in the same place. The same way, the boy is riding the cycle with the mask. First, the cycle was at rest. Now, the cycle is in motion. The objects which changes its position with respect to time, then the objects are in motion. All the objects in the universe will be in motion with respect to one another, but the motion of the objects are not the same. It will be different from one another. Next, we are going to classify the different types of motion. First one is going to be the linear motion. If the object moves along a straight line, if a car is moving along the straight road, an athlete is running in a 100-meter race. Now you can see on your screen, the swimmer moves along the straight path and it is supposed to be called as a linear motion. Next one is circular motion. When an object describes a circle, each particle will move in a circular path. Example, the clock, the hour hand, the minute hand, and the seconds hand to describe a circle. So this is supposed to be called as a circular motion. Our next one is going to be oscillatory motion. When you play in the swing, it moves forward and backward at regular intervals of time and slowly loses energy until then it will come to rest. This repetitive to and fro motion, that is forward and backward motion of an object at regular intervals of time, is called oscillatory motion. Next, you can see the random motion. Random means in any direction. You can imagine the movement of a butterfly. We cannot predict the direction in which it is about to travel. The same way, you would have seen the arrangement of the billiards ball on the table. The person uses the stick to hit with one ball. It moves and hits the other balls which are kept at the center. The balls at the center will move in all possible directions, which is supposed to be random motion. Our next one is going to be the uniform and non-uniform motion. Now consider the road and we imagine that it is going to be a straight line that's marked along with the red color. Now we are going to divide the road and mark the points such as A, B, C, D, E, etc. The distance between AB, BC, CD, and DE, etc. is supposed to be with 50 kilometer. Now consider a car is moving from the point A to reach the point B. It takes 1 hour. The same way, to move from the point B to the point C and to move from the point C to point D, etc., it takes 1 hour. In this case, the distance covered by the car at each segment is 50 kilometer and the time taken to cover the distance is 1 hour. So it covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. This is called as uniform motion. Now the car is starting from A and to reach the point B, that is to cover that 50 kilometer, it takes 1 hour. Between B and C, we got a bus stand. So the traffic is heavy. Because of this heavy traffic, the car cannot reach the point C in 1 hour. Now the distance is going to be same, but the time taken will be greater than 1 hour. That is, first 1 hour, the distance covered by the car is going to be AB, which is going to be with 50 kilometer. Second 1 hour, it cannot reach C, but the distance traveled will be less than 50 kilometer. The motion of the car is non-uniform, that is, it travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Next, we are going to consider, we'll get the terms, important terms related to this topic. First one is going to be with the distance and displacement. Consider the object moving from A and it reaches the point B. The object moves along with the path as shown in the picture. The length of the path traveled by the object from A to reach B is called distance traveled by the body. So the actual length of the path traveled by a moving object, whatever may be the direction, is called the distance traveled by the body. The SI unit is meter. It is a scalar quantity having only magnitude. Magnitude means only number part. When you join the point A and B, you will get a straight line, that is AB. This is called displacement of the body. Displacement is defined as a change in position of a moving body in a particular direction, or it can be defined as the shortest distance between the initial and the final positions of the body. We say that the object is moving from A towards B. So the displacement is said to be a vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction. For this, the unit is also meter. Next quantities, what we are going to deal is going to be speed. The speed is a quantity which helps us to find how fast the object is moving. Speed is the rate of change of distance or the distance traveled in unit time. Speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. Since distance is a scalar quantity, speed is also a scalar quantity and its unit is going to be meter per second. Velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. Velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement is a vector quantity. So velocity is also a vector quantity. Its unit is also meter per second. Acceleration. It is the rate of change of velocity or change in velocity per unit time. Imagine a body moving with the initial velocity u and reaches the final velocity v in a time interval t. Then the acceleration is given by change in velocity by time. The change in velocity may be calculated by subtracting one from the other. That is, the initial velocity minus final velocity divided by time will give us the acceleration. Final velocity is considered to be v. Initial velocity is u. So the expression may be given as a is equal to v minus u by t, and its unit is supposed to be meter per second square. And this, since velocity is a vector quantity, acceleration is also a vector quantity. Now when the object is moving along a straight line, then if the final velocity is greater than the initial velocity, if v is greater than u, then the velocity increases with time, the value of acceleration is positive, then the object is said to be accelerated. If the final velocity is less than the initial velocity, that is v is less than u, then the velocity decreases with time and the value of acceleration is negative. This negative acceleration is otherwise known as retardation or deceleration. With this, we'll conclude today's class. Thank you, children.